Welcome back, dear listeners, to your first chilling installment of Wicked Wednesday, where the shadows of true crime stretch long into the night. I am your ever-faithful host with the ghosts, offering you all this frightening toast. I am Gentleman Jack, and I will be guiding you through the corridors of history's darkest mysteries. Tonight, we travel back to a town gripped in terror, where a faceless phantom stalked the innocent beneath the cover of night. Lock your doors, dim the lights, and listen close, for this is the tale of the Phantom Killer, the menace who haunted Texarkana. The year was 1946. The war had ended, and America was eager to embrace a new era of peace. But in the small, sleepy town of Texarkana, split between Texas and Arkansas, fear had taken root. It all began on February 22nd, when a young couple, Jimmy Hollis and Mary Jean Larry, parked on a lover's lane, unaware that something was lurking in the darkness. Out of the shadows emerged a figure, a man dressed in dark clothing, his face obscured by a crude white mask with slits for eyes. He carried a pistol and ordered them both out of the car. What followed was a brutal, inexplicable attack. Jimmy was beaten nearly to death, and Mary Jean was terrorized before managing to escape. The town dismissed it as a one-time incident, but the phantom had only just begun. Over the next 10 weeks, the masked predator struck again. Richard Griffin and Polly Ann Moore found slain in their car. Paul Martin and Betty Jo Booker, both teenagers, shot near a secluded road. The town's streets emptied by nightfall as fear took hold. Curfews were enforced. Shotguns were propped against doorways. A city once filled with warmth had become a hunting ground for a faceless monster. The killer's final confirmed attack came on May 3rd, when he brutally assaulted a local farmer and his wife, Virgil and Katie Starks, in their home. Virgil didn't survive. Katie did, but barely. She fled, bloodied and desperate, through the fields, raising the alarm. The phantom vanished. The manhunt was relentless. Texas Rangers, local police, even the FBI, no one could unmask the phantom. Suspects came and went, whispers filled the streets, but in the end, no one was ever charged. Theories ran wild. Some say he was a soldier, trained in death, returning home with bloodlust. Others believe he was a local man, blending into the crowd, watching as the town he terrorized remained frozen in fear. But let us step deeper into the enigma, dear listeners. Theories abound as to who the Phantom Killer truly was. Some believe a man named U.L. Swinney was the culprit, a petty criminal with a violent streak. His wife, under police interrogation, confessed in eerie detail to the murders, but due to legal loopholes, her testimony could not be used against him. He was sentenced to prison for other crimes, and the killings stopped. Coincidence? Perhaps, but no evidence ever solidified his guilt. And yet, the whispers continued. Other suspects emerged, a local eccentric with an unhealthy fascination for violence, a former mental patient, even the possibility of a drifter passing through town. Each theory, each suspect, added another layer to the growing legend. But Texarkana had already changed. Fear had settled into its bones. Decades passed, yet the mystery never died. The attacks inspired books, films, and the chilling cult classic, The Town That Dreaded Sundown. Even now, Texarkana embraces its infamous past, holding annual screenings of the film in Spring Lake Park, the very place where some of the murders occurred. A ghostly tribute to a killer never caught. Imagine, dear listener, as you sit in your homes on these quiet nights, listening intently to my words of horror, and then you feel a presence behind you, a shifting shadow, a glimpse of something in the dark. Because some say the Phantom Killer never truly left, that somewhere out there in the night he watches, waiting, and that perhaps he's not finished yet. This has been Wicked Wednesday, dear listeners. Sleep well, if you can.